Hello there traders, and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover euro versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the euro versus US dollar first. So what we had yesterday, we had a big event. We had ECB press conference, we have a rate decision, and basically we had the outside bar. So the bar, which basically initially market started to rally at 1.0775. It failed to break and test 1.0787, where we basically placed our pivot level. But basically we got a breakout of the support of this consolidation and at 1.0630. Now the question here is, the breakout happened late, so the breakout happened after the Europe session primary hours, basically after the Europe session close, which is leaving some, some question: is this a valid breakout? Because the volatility was very high, and we know that ECB produced lots of volatility, and it was initially upside and then downside. Is this enough for the market to bring more downside power, or the price can break back to the mean towards 1.0700 mark? This is something which we'll find out. From my perspective, if we can see today that market held previous day low, and we are basically this morning, we can see that market is rallying. So the tone is bullish for the day. Even despite the close near the low, we didn't have a follow through overnight during the Asia session or during the Europe initial opening of the Europe session. We don't have that. That's why this breakout is for me suspicious, and as long we don't trade below 1.0610 and expand lower with momentum, I will not. I will be very, very careful, let's say, on the downside, because there is a chance that market can back inside of this consolidation and try to go towards mean at 1.0700 mark. So that bullish day for today and bullish tone and no follow through during the overnight session and during the early Europe session are signs that are not that good for the downside movement in this breakout to continue to have a follow through. So I think even rotation to the mean can have even more odds in terms of scenarios. Speaking of the gold market is still in this consolidation. Nothing changed. Market is trading at 1844, and again we have defined resistance at 1874 and 1828 support. Breaking out and holding below 1828 can open the door for 1790 level, and breaking the breakout of the resistance at 1874 eventually can open the door for 1910 mark. So again, consolidation already for 10 days or more, and watch for the breakout on the gold market. Now, speaking of the crude oil, we can see basically that market is still in this heavy upside cycle. We had yesterday inside day. Today we also have some narrow day, but we have a rising 10 and rising 20, and overall we have a mid long-term trend, short-term trends up. And so far market have some downside reaction. We'll see if that will be a 2-day reaction, maybe go towards the 10-day rising moving average. But overall, buying opportunities on the dips or on any kind of the bull patterns, since we have a strong bull cycle, will preferable on the crude oil. An eventual test of the 123 can be in the play, and 126 or 129 mark. Again, it's very important to say that after the pullback will complete, and if we see the bull patterns evolving and some maybe bull divergences are starting to show up on a short-term perspective, that can be a good sign that crude oil can have another upside move. And speaking of the Bitcoin versus US dollar, we can basically see here a sideways basing process for about 20 days or more, and nothing changed. We have a flat short-term, 10-20 day basically trading flat, We have a falling, downsloping mid and long-term trends, but we need to wait for a breakout in order to confirm the bigger movement, right? The breakout to support at 28,000 mark can open the door for and test of 25,500 mark. Breakout of resistance, let's say 32,700 mark, can open the door for eventual test of 34,500 or even 37,300. Again, watch for a breakout mode on the Bitcoin. That'll be all for this update. I hope that you did enjoy. Trade safe, have a good day and good weekend, and speak to you from Monday next week.